Welcome everyone to Heart, the show that fills your heart with good vibes, happy news, fun games, and the best underground sound. I'm Lauren Pulling, your host, and right now we're joined with the one and only Savannah Wright. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, my name's Savannah Wright. I'm super excited to be here.
Yeah. Cool. Sorry, you just having me here. Yes. Okay. We're gonna start with the interview questions, and then we're gonna take a brief pause, and then you're gonna play your music at the end. So we're gonna start off with your background. So let's start from the beginning. How did you first get into music?
I guess so. My grandpa got me a guitar when I was little, and I played it for a little bit, and then I kind of just gave up on it, got into sports and all the other things, and then I kind of found it again when I graduated high school. I was going to this music festival, and my dad actually was like, you need to learn one cover before you go, and I had written a song at this point, and I learned a cover, and I played it at this music festival. It was Steamboat Music Fest in Colorado, and I got some really cool feedback from a lot of people that I looked up to, and it kind of just led me want to really work at it and do it. So now I get to go around and play songs. So
your grandpa forced you, basically, to
yeah,
get back.
at first, but then I was like, I feel like that was what it was. Is someone else trying to force me to take lessons and do it. I was like, I don't want to, and then found it on my own.
That's good. Was there a moment when you realized that this is something that you wanted to do seriously?
Yeah, I think in that moment, like in the story I just told, it was sitting there listening to these other people and just hearing these songs from a different point of view. So like up close and personal. It wasn't like a concert or anything. It was like getting to know the artist and sitting there and listening to the passion. Like at 2 a.m. they're just singing their heart out, and hearing the way that these artists write. It really made me want to be a better writer and find a way to communicate my feelings like that and help other people feel it as much as I did. And I guess whenever I started playing some open mics, and just the adrenaline was when I was like, I want to do this, because it made me feel like I was conquering something I was really scared of. So it felt good. It feels like you're conquering the world every time you do it.
That's good. Okay, let's talk about a little bit more about your journey. What is your earliest relationship with music? You kind of explained it a little bit. But.
Ooh, that's a cool question. I guess I'd have to say, like, whenever I think of what I grew up listening to, I think of, like, riding in this old Jeep my dad used to have. And we play soccer games in the backyard, and whoever won or whoever lost had to buy the winner like M&Ms or something. And every time he would always win, but he'd still give me M&Ms, and we would hop in the Jeep, and I'd stand up in the back, and he would play like Kings of Leon or Bruno Mars or Adele, like something like that. And those were what I just listened to for a long time, just because it was so like prominent in my childhood, and that's what I kind of think of. Like hearing those for the first time and just the passion you feel listening.
What kind of M&Ms?
Oh, just the normal ones.
Okay,
I don't think they had any, like, I think all they had was peanut M&Ms at that time, other than the normal ones.
It's just so bulky, and the
Yeah.
M&M, why is the M&M shaped like that?
Right.
Sorry, Mom, if you're listening, but yeah.
Did you ever hear the thing where the shells are made out of beetle skin?
Ugh.
Did you ever hear that growing up?
No, but
I
it's
feel like-
probably weird. That's kind of it kind of tastes weird. I don't know. It doesn't taste like a regular M&M. It just tastes like peanuts to me. And I'm like, if I just want a peanut, I'll eat a peanut. If I want an M&M, why would I put it together? I guess chocolate and I don't know, protein.
I had to grow up. They grew on me. Now I like a peanut M&M.
There's caramel ones now.
Yeah, there's peanut butter now. It's like little mini Reese's.
Yeah, doing too much. Just combining everything. It's like the ingredients, like, it's not that bad, but now it's
Right.
like, oh, okay.
Give me that red 40, man. Oh.
Yeah, my mom's like, stop eating the red 40, Lauren. I was like, I ate a bunch of Takis the other day, and I was like, I'm not going to tell her that, because she's like, my brother, he used to eat Takis all the time, and like, I was like,
Same.
The whole bag. I'm like, this is crazy. I can't eat the whole bag. I have to do little ones. My stomach hurts afterwards.
Right. Dude, it should hurt. If
I'm
your
like,
stomach doesn't hurt after a full
I'm
bag.
on the bathroom. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Right?
Okay. Who or what inspired you in the beginning?
In the beginning, I think really watching women in music kind of stand up, like, this sounds so cheesy, but it's not even a woman, but I remember watching, like, one of the documentaries on Netflix, of, like, Shawn Mendes or, like, Justin Bieber or something, and they're selling out these arenas, and I just remember thinking that's what I want to do one day, but obviously I can never do that. I'm not talented enough to do that, and so I just never did it. I never even picked up the guitar again or anything. I just sat there and wished, and then I feel like that's what the Texas music scene has really done for me, even though I'm still, like, super green. I haven't been playing for that long, but the amount of support and, like, camaraderie that there is, seeing the other women that are just getting so big, like, they're getting the recognition they deserve now, is so inspiring to see the amount of women just go up in music.
The Texas is a very big support, yeah. Starting the radio show, I was like, I'm not going to keep going, but my friends, they're like, yes, Lauren, you're doing great, and all that kind of stuff. So it's like, oh, tears. For real. What did you have support when you first started? Did you have support when you first started?
Kind of. It was weird. I think I wasn't doing the kind of music that, I guess, like, my family expected me to do. And, you know, now I'm in Lubbock. A lot of my family's in Central Texas, and they're all very, like, by the book. I love them to pieces, but very by the book about everything. And since I'm doing something that isn't, you know, getting a degree in something else and wanting to kind of do the whole corporate thing and being creative with that, I get where the lack of, like, full support comes from. They still love what I do. They are very amazed and very complimentary, but sometimes it's like, are you sure? Like, when are you gonna be real about it? You know, when are you gonna be realistic? So there's always that part, but, you know, I'm young. I want to try what I really want to do and know I gave it a shot. So
I mean, you're only 20.
Right.
Look, 23 and be like, okay, what are you doing? As a parent, I'm not a parent, I'm just saying, if I was a parent, I would have been like, okay, 23, if you're doing it.
I'm like, I can't even drink yet, so I'm gonna
for real.
I'm gonna give it a shot while I'm young.
Yes, keep going. Okay, now we're gonna get into the deeper, the meaningful moments. What is a moment that really has changed your path as an artist?
Ooh. Changed my path. Dang, I'm trying to think. That's a good one. I feel like, sorry, this is a thinker, man.
Yes, the deep questions.
Right? Man, you about stumped me. I guess I would say a good one was, like, I had met this band out of Amarillo, Black Tie Revolt. They're awesome. Give them a listen. But they asked me to come do a song with them, which was super awesome. And then they were like, hey, come open this show at the Lumberyard in Canyon. And I was super excited. I had been looking forward to it, but then I got up there, man, and I think it was the most amount of people I've ever played for. Probably one of the biggest stages I've ever been on. You know, I'm used to, like, the little dive bars and that kind of thing. So I got up there, man, I about pooped my pants, you know, couldn't stop my leg from shaking all night. Like, I felt like that was one of the worst performances I ever had. And it's one of those moments when you get off, like, I just started crying. And I felt so defeated. I was like, I gave a terrible performance, you know, these people sat here and listened and clapped for me, but I don't feel like I did my best. And I feel like that changed the way that I thought about it, because before then it was all, you know, like, I'm nervous, but I get on stage, everyone loves it, I mess up maybe once or twice, possibly, and everyone's like, you sounded great. That show was one of those where I had to pick myself back up off the floor. And thankfully my boyfriend was there, and he's been doing music for a long time, and he was like, you did great. Like, everyone has those shows, you did awesome, you know. And from then on, I was like, I need a band. I need other people to support me on stage. And then that starts a whole different journey, I feel like, as a musician, Because it's one thing to do it solo all the time, but when you have someone there to kind of back you up, you don't feel like you fell so hard when you do, you know?
Yeah, when you mess up, you're like, it was the guitar in the back
Right.
that I was on key because he was too loud in my ear. I couldn't hear.
Well, like, they kind of pick up your slack, too, you know?
So you're like, oh, I forgot the lyric.
Right.
I've seen a lot of people, they're like, oh, I'm like, I heard that.
Right.
But
yeah, I feel like that was just one of those that kind of changed, like, the way I looked at music. Because I'm like, oh, this is so fun. Like, I get to make my own schedule, go play for people, go travel, do all these things, and then you kind of learn, practice. There's a lot that goes on behind the scenes to even get to the point that the musicians that we look at, like, there's, 10 years of blood, sweat, and tears, and then on the 10th year, suddenly you're an overnight success because no one saw it before. So, yeah.
do you like being a solo artist, or did you want to, like, start a band, like, eventually?
So I'm working on a band right now. We had our first practice a couple weeks ago. Life has been busy for everyone, but that's the plan right now. Is I do want to do band gigs. I want to do bigger gigs. I feel like that's kind of what you have to do to start booking bigger places and more people. That's what I want to do. I love when I could hear my songs all come together like that. Lately I've been playing with a buddy of mine. His name's Cooper. He plays fiddle, so he'll come and play some, like, opening slots with me and stuff. And, man, it makes the world a difference. Like, you can kind of hear the song coming together. I don't feel so, like, alone and that kind of thing. But I like doing solo for the freedom it gives of, like, no one else is relying on me for anything. But that's kind of part of it, Everyone's kind of relying on you for something when you start doing that, especially if you're the front man for a band or something.
Yeah.
So.
I couldn't be in a band. I have stage fright, guys. I have stage. I can't. I know I do radio and I do all that kind of stuff, but still, singing, it takes a different kind of person to sing.
Dude,
in
I
front
thought
of everyone.
that too, and then you just kind of do it, and it gets less scary every time. It's still scary, but, you start to learn what to tell yourself before you go up there. Like,
just hype yourself up. Like, I'm in my zone.
Right. Oh, I heard this thing the other day, and it was like, what did it say? What if your nervousness is, like, the butterflies you feel when you're nervous is just your body giving you applause because you're doing something great?
Dang, maybe write that on a t-shirt.
Right? I got chills. No, but it's been like, it kind of helps because you're like, man, my body is making me think I'm nervous, but I'm really not. I'm about to do something I haven't done before.
Yeah, it's still nerve-wracking.
Right.
I mean, I've written a couple songs, but
that's
I'm
cool.
like high school, and I'm like, I don't think this is going in. I forgot what the beat was. It was so bad. I changed the beat like 5 times, but I don't know. Maybe on all platforms, maybe I'll be it one day.
Right?
But we'll be like, what? You? Okay. Well, was there a challenge that pushed you to grow? Besides that other experiences you talked about.
Push me to go. I guess it's kind of when you're, like, sitting in a room full of other really talented musicians, especially when it's just you and a guitar. Like, people are kind of passing it around and stuff. You're really just, like, you're kind of putting it all out there. Like, there's no hookups. You're not on stage. There's no reverb. There's no anything else. It's just literally you singing your songs, pouring your heart out, and sitting with a lot of other great musicians that I love, hearing where they're at, especially on guitar for me. Guitar is something I really want to get better at. Just hearing where they're at makes me, one, jealous, but in, like, a good way of, like, I need to work harder to get to where they're at. Like, they've put in the work and it shows, and I'm ready to do that. I want to be there and impress people like that, and impress myself with the fact that I could do it now, because every time something seems so unattainable and then you do it and you're like, dang, I didn't realize how hard that was gonna be, but I can do it now.
Okay, can you tell me about a time things didn't go as planned, and what did you learn from it?
Ooh. Yeah. I feel like that's kind of every day with music, like, sometimes it's your own fault, like showing up to gigs and you forgot something, or technical issues, equipment breaking right before you're about to do whatever you need to do that's going to be your paycheck for that week. And then you're kind of like, oh, if I don't do this, I'm not going to get paid. And they're also never probably going to hire me again, so I have to make this work. And it also, I feel like it shows me how unserious people can be too. Like, I get so scared that people are going to be mad at me for things. And being in music, I feel like everyone's in a good mood majority of the time. Like, besides your sound guy every now and then, at venues, most of the time people are, they're doing all right. They're having a few drinks. They're having a good time. They're just excited to get to listen to things on a weekend. So that helps a lot, just the whole environment. But, yeah, every day is definitely, like, a new experience. That's what the weird part about this job is. You don't get to clock in every day and know what you're going to do or where you're going to be. A lot of times you're walking into new bars. You don't know where you're parking. You don't know where you're going, what the venue's going to be like, what equipment they have. So that's always really interesting. But it makes you very open to change, I guess.
Do you think it's very hard to be a musician because you don't have a set schedule?
I don't know. I feel like it depends on the person. For me, it makes life easier to look forward to. Like, the next day is easier to look forward to because you never know who's going to text you and tell you, hey, I loved your song, or hey, you want to come open for me at this iconic venue on this day. And every day is so exciting to look forward to what might happen or where you're going to be. So I feel like for certain people, that's such a cool thing to look forward to. But for other people, it's really scary, because you don't have that stability that you would of, like, your bi-weekly paycheck coming in. And I know I have this job, I have my retirement plan, all of these things, which, as a musician, you got to take care of those other things. You got to make sure you're investing in the right things. But, yeah, I think it's cool for the right people.
Yes. It's like type B versus type A.
Right, which is weird for me because I feel like I'm a very type A person. Like, I'm very OCD and, like, I get really stressed really easily. Mm-hmm. But I feel like that music helps me break out of that shell, if that makes sense.
I feel like type C is, like, in between type A and B.
But
it's weird. It should be type A. Type B is between type A and C. But I don't know.
I think about that, though, when people are like, oh, I'm an introverted extrovert. And it's like, so you're just a person? Wait, what do you mean? Because, like, if you're both, then aren't you just normal?
I don't know. Is anyone normal out there?
For real.
We all have our quirks. Okay, we're going to get into to do a deep dive and storytelling session.
Ooh.
Okay. What is a moment in your music career that you will never forget?
Oh, dude. There's a couple, man.
Okay, give two.
I guess one of them, so, like that Steamboat story, I saw this guy, Jordan Nix, who, oh my gosh, one of the best songwriters I've ever heard. And he played this song. I'm sitting across from him on this couch. There's a bunch of other people in there kind of listening. And he plays this song. It's called Air It Out, which... if anyone wants a song recommendation, oh my gosh, that was on the top of my Spotify for every month for a whole year. And he wrote it with this other guy named Travis Roberts and then another awesome lady named Shelby Stone. And so Travis Roberts came to Lubbock. He played at the Blue Light. And we started chatting. I think we had some mutual friends, kind of knew of each other. I knew of him, but I was like, dude, I love Air It Out. Is my absolute favorite song. Like, me and my boyfriend cover it all the time. And he was like, oh, do you want to come sing it with me? And for me, getting to go up and sing my absolute favorite song with one of the people who wrote it was, like, on top of the world. Like, I'm telling my grandkids about this. I'm so glad I have a picture of it happening. That was really awesome. And then another one would probably be Zane Williams, which if you've ever heard of The Wilder Blue, that's Zane Williams plays for them. But he's awesome. He's been in Nashville for a long time and basically got to have like a private concert with him on the couch with me and my boyfriend again. Sorry, we're always around each other. I feel
It's
like
okay,
I'm like
girl. If I had a man too,
no story without my man.
It's okay, you're man.
Yeah, right. I feel weird saying it like that all the time, but we do everything together, and we're both in the industry, so it kind of works out. But yeah, we got to sit and watch Zane Williams play to like just us and like 3 other people, and then Zane asked us to play some songs, and we got to play for him, and that was one of those, you just feel on top of the world. You're going to tell everyone about it. Like, I was secretly taking videos, like, phone on 0.5 in my lap to just get him in the corner. Because it's like, I'm not going to be a fangirl right now, but I need to document this.
It's okay. Video everything. No, it's okay. Video, take pictures, everything. I have learned my lesson.
Right?
Yeah. No, my first concert here was Lauren Daigle. And
Oh, yeah.
yes.
Okay,
And
awesome.
yeah, the first concert ever in my 20-something years. I was like, oh, I saw her on the Billboard, and I went. It was so awesome. I had so much. I had to put it on my hard drive. That's how much storage was taken up on my phone. But yeah, my mom was jealous, and then I got
That's
to see
awesome.
Toby Mac is with my grandpa and my friend. Yeah, Toby Mac.
What genre is that?
Christian.
Okay, cool. Nice.
Yeah, he's like he's been doing this for like a long time.
Right.
It's pretty cool. Give him a listen. You don't have to be good. His songs jam. He has like a whole Christmas album that
Oh,
I
nice.
usually listen to. But other recommendations if you like Christian music. Okay. What is something that people don't see behind the scenes?
Oh. I guess maybe like I was kind of mentioning earlier, just like the amount of time it takes, like at home, like just, you know, it seems like it's something you get to be so creative with, which you do, but you have to force yourself to practice sometimes. Like, I feel like I've been kind of a rut lately. I've been writing a lot, but I haven't had the most, like, motivation and all these things coming to me. Like, I'm so excited to get to write this down. And you kind of have to, like, find the balance and just force yourself to pick up the guitar anyways and practice, even if you don't have anything to write, just running through old stuff, finding new covers, one, to keep your set list fresh, you know, kind of new, but two, just to keep the brain active in it, because I feel like if you go too long without it, you start to, it seems daunting to pick it back up, you know, but yeah, I'd say behind the scenes is that, and before walking on stage is one of my things, finding a way to, like, quiet your mind and breathe. For me, I rush. I'm like trying to take a deep breath now. I'm like, calm down, you know. You just start thinking about it like something you're passionate about, and I get like just amped up, and I just start going or yapping, you know. And you gotta find time to calm yourself down and remember why you're doing it, and just feel the music.
Yes. People in the audience be like, oh my gosh, and you're like, shh, I'm trying to focus. You're like face on.
Everyone take a deep breath.
You're like, You're trying to focus. Okay, last question for the interview. What do you think people misunderstand about you or your music?
I feel like to be quite honest, I feel like I'm not even at a point where anyone, like, I feel like I'm not big enough to be misunderstood, if that makes sense. You know,
okay.
Like, you see these big artists and they do like these interviews, they're like, oh, I wish people knew I'm just a chill guy, man. And it's like,
That's basically what happened last week. I was like, okay.
Right, I feel like, especially being in Lubbock and kind of getting my start in Lubbock, anywhere I play in Lubbock at least, like, I know half the people in the crowd, and they know me on a personal level for the most part, you know. Playing other places is different, but I don't know, I feel like I'm a pretty open book, especially when I'm playing, because it's everything I've written is about my life, and so I like to tell a little tidbit, a little story. And then people feel like they know you better. And sometimes I feel like I get to know myself better doing that, because when you're nervous, man, you just kind of spew out whatever comes to your brain. There's no filter on it. And yeah, if anything was misunderstood about my music, it would just maybe be that it's not out yet. Like, I have like two more I have one song out, and I have two more that I'm in the studio for. But yeah, when you just post a little clip of a video, of a song,
Mhm.
you know? It's like, I want you to hear the whole thing because it all
Yeah.
coincides together.
It's like TikTok. It's like, post
Yeah.
the whole song. I'm like,
I want to, but then you do and no one listens to it.
it's
And
okay. If you need publicity, I'll do it. I'll be like,
Oh, no.
listen to it now. What are you doing? You need to
Right.
listen now. But
You need to leave.
Okay, well that was the end of our interview. We're gonna take a little break and listen to some music. Woo.
I like to say now it's kind of about what people will do to get to the top. So this one's called Man on a Horse. Let me know if I need to move this at all to
No,
like.
it's okay. You'll be okay.
Okay. Man on a horse has a bold face of lies. He'll shoot you down and silence your cries. Man on a horse thinks he knows where to hide. That man will be face up he lies. He can't help the anger he has. The urge to kill and patience he lacks. Man on a horse that don't know where to go, living by starlight and tracks in the snow. Blood on his boots and guilt on his clothes. Being a man on a horse ain't nothing but a curse. Man on the rampage tells the truth. Saw a man on a horse and his face went blue. He said the man that tall drew his gun. He started ringing, hit and run. He can't make it far, but he'll try to dream of a life where he didn't see. The man on the horse that don't know where to go, living by starlight and tracks in the snow. Blood on his boots and guilt on his spurs. Being a man on a horse ain't nothing but a curse. Living on a saddle, it'll bring you down. Even when your feet don't feel grand. It's my mind at battle, coming on me. The shots I take will haunt me in my dreams. Man on a horse that don't know where to go, living by starlight and tracks in the snow. Blood on his boots and guilt on his spurs. Being a man on a horse ain't nothing but a curse.
Woo! Good job. That was so good.
Thank you.
What was the inspiration behind this song?
Oof. I guess I kind of started like I just had, I remember. It was a prompt that a guy that used to live here and play music here, his name was Jim Clack. They would host these like songwriter Sunday things on, I never ended up going. I wanted to, but it was like a kind of a writer's circle thing. And they would put the prompt on Facebook, I guess like that month, and then at the end of the month you would share your song that you had written. And the one on there was, "The man on the horse has a bold face of lies." And so I just kind of started writing, thinking I was going to go to one. And I ended up just creating this story in my head of like this lone cowboy, you know, riding through, having to kill, I don't know, it was kind of like a Western, like an old Western theme is what was going through my head. But yeah, it didn't come from anything like super meaningful. It was just fun to write, and I ended up really liking the vibe I curated.
Yeah. It gives like on a movie, like he's in the wild and he's like on his way to whatever, and
I
you
love
like play that
when-
song.
Yes. A lot of people say it reminds them of Yellowstone. Have you ever seen Yellowstone?
No, but I've heard it's really good.
Yeah, it's very like a dramatized like cowboy ranch thing, but one of the main characters, Rip, he's like I don't know if I can, I'm not gonna curse, what's the other word? He's just a bad, like, he's really cool, you know?
Good. He's a bad imp beep.
Yeah. So everyone says that song kind of reminds them of like Rip throwing people off the cliff in that show.
You should make
or
a
something.
TikTok trend, like clip that clip.
Dude, I think about it. I didn't want to get like my stuff taken down. I was thinking about doing some Yellowstone like edits, like that I'd found of Rip and stuff, and kind of putting the song over that. But I don't know.
Should. I mean, everyone blows up. You can just go viral for anything nowadays.
You think, man? It's
You're like,
harder than you think. For music, because it's hard for like songwritery stuff to find a way to hook people when it's something they just have to be ready to listen and hear the song, you know.
You want to introduce the next song?
Sure. This one, I think I'm gonna call it "While You Lie." It's pretty spanking new, but yeah, it's kind of about someone changing, I guess, after they, you know, have a different relationship with alcohol. It changes their relationship with you. So, yeah, it's called "While You Lie." I'll be at the Whitechapel Cemetery, visiting the ghost of me. Forgive myself for not knowing what to be.
was so good.
Thank you.
So, does that song mean anything to you?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's kind of, I guess I wrote it going through some troubles with some family, and just watching someone kind of change over time, through drinking and through struggling to find themselves, I think. I just had to do a lot of reflection, and I like to hold a lot of guilt for other people's actions. It's something I'm working on, but it's one of those where I just kind of had something to, like, I opened up that door kind of thinking about it instead of holding it in and blaming myself for certain things, getting to write about it, which is really a tool for me.
We're going to get into our last song of the hour. Would you like to introduce it and talk a little bit about it?
Yeah, I wrote this song actually right after I got to go to Nashville to play I got to play on this like podcast thing and this other little writers round, but on this podcast I played a song and they were like, that's really, your writing's great and everything, but we wish we got to know a little bit more about you through your music. Mm-hmm. So I went home and I wrote this song about all the things that everyone normally thinks are kind of cool. Like I lived in Odessa, served my time in Odessa, I like to say, and I was an electric apprentice and did some welding. I worked a bunch of jobs paying off college that I dropped out of. And so kind of this song, it's called Lubbock Sunset. It sounds a little cheesy, but it's about like how I just kind of got to Lubbock and what's been going on.
That's good.
So, here we go.
you. Is there anything you want to leave the audience with? Anything coming up? Anything we should know?
Coming up, I got some stuff coming out soon, hopefully. There's actually not a date on those, but the rest of it's kind of to be booked and find out then. But thank y'all for listening. Thanks so much for having me.
Yes, it was an honor of having you. I am Lauren Pulling, your host of Heart to Heart.